RTO with yours truly, Ian. Welcome to the live album ranking show, and today and for most of the day it'll all be about Queen in some form or fashion. So this show is all about Queen's live albums. There are 9. They've released 9 official ones. We've got a couple of honourable mentions, so we'll get cracking. Coming at number 9 is Live Magic, recorded at various shows during the Magic Tour and released December the 1st 1986. This is a single album, very edited in places to get it all on an album. Joining Queen on stage for this one was Spike Edney. He did the keyboards, guitar and backing vocals. We know the rest was Freddie Mercury, Brian May, John Deacon and Roger Taylor. Opens up with One Vision that was recorded at Nebworth Park. That's more or less the full version. Then we get a very short bit, again recorded at Nebworth. A very tiny bit of Seven Seas of Rye, also done at Nebworth. And we had some stuff that was recorded in Budapest, Kind of Magic, very short version. Under Pressure, again rather short. Then we get the full version of Another One Bites the Dust from Nebworth. I Want to Break Free is very edited. Is This the World We Created? It was recorded at Wembley. Bohemian Rhapsody, very edited. Hammer to Fall, edited. It's all edited. Radio Gaga, We Will Rock You, Friends Will Be Friends, and We Are the Champions. Used to play it a lot because it was the only thing we got from that tour, but I don't play it now. There's no point. So I'll give it an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 8. This is not a concert as such, but it's Queen at the Beeb. It was released in 1989. The album comprises of tracks recorded in 2 sessions for the BBC Sound of the 70s show in the 70s, 1973. So you've got some of it was recorded in February and some of it was recorded in December. Most of the tracks come off the first album except Org Battle, which of course is on Queen 2. So the first track on here is My Fairy King. Very good version. The Keep Yourself Alive on this is pretty good as well, and Doing All Right is absolutely fantastic on this. It's a great song. Great bass from John on this. Really does sound good. Then we get Liar, Org Battle, Great King Rat was a dirty old rat, and a dirty old rat was he. Modern Times, Rock and Roll, absolutely belting track, and then Son and Daughter. Very nice little package, very nice songs, and I'll give it an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 7, recorded on the 5th of June 1982 at the Milton Keynes Bowl, down the road from me, and released October the 25th 2004, Queen on Fire at the Bowl. It's also a DVD as well. We got the band, and on keyboards on this tour was a guy called Morgan Fisher. Opens up with Flash the Hero and the fast version of We Will Rock You. Put that in the playlist because it's pretty cool. And then it went downhill because they did Action This Day. It's one of the brighter moments of Hot Space, but it's not very good live. Play the Game, absolutely brilliant. Stay in Power is awful. Then we get the lovely Somebody to Love, that's always good live. Now I'm Here, brilliant as ever. Dragon Attack, love that track and it's great live. Then it goes back into a little bit more of Now I'm Here. Then we get the lovely Love of My Life, followed by Save Me, and then the naff Back Chat, and then a stonking version of Get Down Make Love. Apparently this was not included on the China or Hong Kong release. Then we get the guitar solo from Brighton Rock, bit of a Brian May virtuoso. Under Pressure, brilliant track. Fat Bottom Girls, always a great one. Crazy Little Thing Called Love, that's an alright track, not one of my favourites I'm afraid, it just gets played to death. Bohemian Rhapsody, pretty cool. Tie Your Mother Down, another one. Bites the Dust, Sheer Heart Attack, We Will Rock You, and We Are the Champions. The sound on this is a little bit hit and miss. I think it's all to do with how the bowl is shaped. There's a banking, and if you stand on the banking at the bowl, the sound sometimes gets lost. Down in the middle bit it's not too bad, but if there's any wind it sort of gets trapped in it as well. On the whole it was a decent enough concert. Forget the hot space stuff, but I'll still give it an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, coming in at number 6 is called On the Air. Basically it's remix versions of Live at the Beeb with a few extras, and then various bits and broadcasts on Radio 1 and Capital Radio between 1973 and 1986. So the first track is My Fairy King, which is from the Live at the Beeb. Keep Yourself Alive's on it again, Doing Alright, Liar. The extra track on here is See What a Fool I've Been. That was from a different session. This was it from July 73. Another version of Keep Yourself Alive and Liar and Daughter. Then we have another session in December, Org Battle, Modern Times Rock and Roll, The Great King Rat, Son and Daughter. Then the next session comes from 1974, so it opens up with Modern Times Rock and Roll, Still Rocks, Nevermore, little piece of that, White Queen, fantastic, Now I'm Here, really good. And then there's another session done later in 74, Stone Cold Crazy, Flick of the Wrist, Tenement Funster, I love that. Then we skip to 1977, where you get We Will Rock You, the classic version, and then we get the fast, heavy version, which is near enough the nearest one we're going to get to a studio version of the fast version, and it's pretty cool. Spread Your Wings is a great track, so is It Slate, great version, and Melancholy Blues, fantastic. This is a nice little package, you know, for us, you know, for Live at the Beeb sort of thing. It's really good. It's a very enjoyable album, and I'll give it an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay then, coming in at number 5, recorded at Wembley Stadium 1986, Live at Wembley, released in May 1992, features Spike Edney on the keyboards again. You get the whole show, One Vision, Tie Your Mother Down, In the Lap of the Gods revisited, the bit the woo la 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 sort of thing. Then you get a little bit of Seven Seas a Ride, and then you get Tear It Up off of the Works, and they do the intro bit to Liar as well, pretty cool. Kind of Magic on here is fantastic. Best version of it, even better than the studio version, I think. Under Pressure, always a good track. Stonking version of Another One Bites the Dust. A beautiful version of Who Wants to Live Forever, one of my favourite tracks off the Magic album. I Want to Break Free, full version on this, really good. Then we have a little impromptu thing, Brighton Rock and Freddie doing some vocally stuff. Then we get the brilliant Now I'm Here, followed by Love of My Life. This version is absolutely out the top drawer. One of the best versions of the song. Wembley Stadium really encapsulated the atmosphere of this song. Is This the World Created? Lovely little ditty. Then they did their little rock and roll thing still. You're So Square, Hello Mary Lou, Tutti Frutti and Give Me Some Lovin'. Then we get Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, with all the lights and recordings of from the video. The brilliant Hammer to Fall. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. It's not my favourite track by the band by far means. It's good, but there are better. Then he does Big Spender, Freddie showing off, changing the words a little bit and being quite rude. Radio Gaga, it's great how in the video it's the producer got them to do that dance, that clapping thing, and it took them forever. Go to a concert and it's done in just power, of course. Absolutely brilliant. It's stunning to watch. Then we have We Will Rock You, the Not So Good Friends Will Be Friends, We Are the Champions, God Save the Queen. Great concert. It's the greatest hits live, basically. It's a great album for the occasional hits Queen, but if you're a big bit of Queen fan like me, it sort of sits in the middle because there are better live albums. But I still give it an 8 out of 5, 8.5 RTO ranking because it is a very good album. Okay, coming in at number 4 then. This was released on September the 8th, 2014, live at the Rainbow in '74. Basically, this is 2 sets from different tours. The first set is from the Queen 2 tour, and it features the opening bit of Procession, which is a great bit of music to come on to. Goes into the proggy Father to Son. Then we get a little bit of Org Battle, which is a great track, one of my favourites. Son and Daughter's good. Then Brian does a little bit of a guitar solo and they go back into Son and Daughter. A stonking version of White Queen, As It Began. Terrific. The Great King Rat, brilliant version on this. And then a stonking version of the Fairy Feathers Masterstroke. I love that track. I love that keyboarding with the piano and the guitar, and it's brilliant. A little bit of, starts off with a little bit of Keep Yourself Alive that goes into a very short drum solo, back into Keep Yourself Alive. Then we get 7 Seas a Ride, Modern Times Rock and Roll, then a little bit of rock and roll itself, Jailhouse Rock, Bebopalula. Then it goes into Liar, and then Seeing What a Fool I've Been. Fantastic. Second disc is from the Sheer Heart Attacker tour, so you get Procession again, goes straight into Now I'm Here, Org Battle, Father to Son, White Queen, As It Began, and then we get some stuff off, little bits off the Sheer Heart Attack. Starts off with a Flick of the Wrist, In the Lap of the Gods, the opening bit, little bit of Killer Queen, March of the Black Queen, into Bring Back Leroy Brown, including a little bit of ukulele that Brian plays. Son and Daughter, into the guitar solo again, back into Son and Daughter, Keep Yourself Alive, drum solo, back into Keep Yourself Alive. Then we have another little bit of a thing with 7 Seas a Ride. Stone Cold Crazy is awesome on this. Then a bit of Liar, great track. Then we get the In the Lap of the Gods Revisited, Big Spender, Modern Times Rock and Roll, Jailhouse Rock, and God Save the Queen. This is a brilliant, brilliant album. 2 concerts, both at the Rainbow, showing off the early years of them on stage. It's stonking, it's heavy, it's brilliant. And I'll give it an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 3 then. Released in 2007, recorded in Montreal in 1981. Queen Rock Montreal. Brilliant album. This has got some very, very good tracks on it. A lot of the album stuff is on here. You get a nice intro, usual thing. Then the really fast version of We Will Rock You. That goes into Let Me Entertain You. Brilliant track that is. Play the Game. Fantastic live. Much better live than it is in the studio. Beautiful Somebody to Love. Everyone sings on that. Then we get this little Killer Queen and I'm in Love with My Car, sort of two tracks joined together. Both cool killer tracks. The brilliant Get Down Make Love. Absolutely stonking track that is. Save Me. Brilliant live. Now I'm Here. Stable track from the set. Then we get the brilliant Dragon Attack. Best version I've heard of it. Then they go back into Now I'm Here. Then we get the beautiful Love of My Life. Get a bit of Under Pressure. Keep Yourself Alive. Then a drum and timpani solo from Mr. Taylor that goes into the guitar solo. Then again we get a bit of Flash and The Hero. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Jailhouse Rock. Bohemian Rhapsody. Tie Your Mother Down. Another One Bites the Dust. Sheer Heart Attack. And then we close with We Will Rock You. We Are the Champions. Very good album. Very, very tight. Absolute belt. I've seen the DVD to this as well. Fantastic album. So I'll give it an RTO ranking of 9.5. Okay, coming in at number 2. This is an album that was recorded on Christmas Eve at 1975. The show was on broadcast on BBC 2 and Radio 1. And for many years we all had this as a bootleg. And then they decided to release it as a proper album, and it sounds brilliant. This is a classic set. Opens up with Now I'm Here. Brilliant. Org Battle. White Queen. This is probably the first time they played Bohemian Rhapsody. You get everything up to the operatic bit. But then it very cleverly goes into Killer Queen, March of the Black Queen, and then it comes back into the end bit of Bohemian. So they hadn't sort of worked out how to do the operatic bit. Very clever how they've done that, and it's really clever and fantastic. Then we get Bring Back Leroy Brown, Brighton Rock, and the guitar solo, Keep Your Son and Daughter, Keep Yourself Alive, the brilliant Liar, In the Lap of the Gods revisited, Big Spender again, then the rock and roll medley, Bebopalooza, Stupid Cupid in Jailhouse Rock, Seven Seas of Rye, Seen What a Fool I've Been, and God Save the Queen. Probably one of the best concerts Queen ever did, I think. We've all had it for years, but it's so nice to have it proper and sounding fantastic. So I give it an RTO ranking of 9.8. Okay, coming in at number 1. This is what I say, Queen at their pinnacle. Released in June 1979, recorded during the European leg of the Jazz Tour. It's Queen Live Killers. Absolutely stonking. This album is the best sounding of the early Queen album live, full of great tracks. Opens up with the fast version of We Will Rock You. Fantastic. Best version of that. Let Me Entertain You, again, the best version. All these songs on here are probably the best versions you'll ever hear of these songs. Death on Two Legs. Absolutely killer. Then we go into like a little bit of a medley. We get Killer Queen, Bicycle Race, great little track. The little medley ends with a bit of I'm in Love with My Car. Then we get Down Make Love, brilliant. You're My Best Friend, great track off Night of the Opera. Now I'm Here. Then we go into what I call a little bit, well, Roger calls it a little bit of nonsense. You get Dreamer's Ball, lovely, a stonking version of Love of My Life. Then the brilliant 39, love that track. Keep Yourself Alive, Don't Stop Me Now, brilliant. Spread Your Wings. Then a great version of Brighton Rock, best version ever. Then we get a little bit of Tie Your Mother Down, Sheer Heart Attack, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, God Save the Queen. This to me was the ultimate Queen live album. It's got a few of the hits, but it's got lots of the album tracks on it, and very, very special album. I got this when it come out and I loved it to death. I've got the double album, got it on CD now, and I can only give it one mark, 10 out of 10, because it's just one of the best live albums I've got. Okay, I have got some honourable mentions for you, which I've managed to acquire. My phone's going mental. First one is this is a Japanese import that I managed to get hold of. It was recorded on the Works tour. It's called Queen, We Are the Champions Final Live in Japan. Released in 2019. Very good album. Opens up with Tear It Up, Tie Your Mother Down, Under Pressure, Somebody to Love, Killer Queen, 7 Seas of Rye, Keep Yourself Alive. Then a great live version of It's a Hard Life, absolutely brilliant. Now I'm Here's on here, Is This Love We Created, Love of My Life. Another one, Bites the Dust, Hammer to Fall, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Bohemian Rhapsody, Radio Gaga, very good version. I Want to Break Free, Jailhouse Rock, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, and God Save the Queen. Okay, as we all know, we've got a couple of more, but this is Queen and Adam Lambert. Now people go, oh, it's not Queen. No, it's not Queen. Poor old Freddie is no longer with us. Roger and Brian wanted to carry on. I don't blame them. And if it weren't for that, the new generation of people wouldn't be able to hear this wonderful music. And Adam Lambert is a great singer. He's not taking Freddie's place, he's interpreting the songs, and I think Freddie would have approved. So I've got a Japanese import again, made in Japan, and on this we've got Roger Taylor, Brian May, Adam Lambert, Spike Edney, Neil Fairbrother, and Rufus Taylor, Roger's son, on percussion. Great tracks on here. Opens up with Procession, Now I'm Here, Stone Cold Crazy, fantastic. Adam sings them great. Another one, Bites the Dust, Fat Bottom Girls, In the Lap of the Gods, 7 Seas of Rye, Killer Queen, I Want It All, brilliant. And then they do the Tiro Torota, Let Us Cling Together. They don't get it anywhere live. They only played this in Japan, and it was so nice. Even though it's not Freddie, it's so nice to hear this song live. It's a great song, I love it. Love of My Life, These Stars of Our Lives, lovely version that. Under Pressure, and they do a version of I Was Born to Love You. Radio Gaga, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Bohemian Rhapsody, We Are the Champions, God Save the Queen. Awesome little album. I was so surprised when I heard that. And then they released the live official album, Live Around the World, which is really good. It's got it does include a bit of Freddie on it, and it's fantastic. It like from Wembley doing the Deal and Love of My Life when Brian plays guitar. It's fantastic. So it's basically the same band, but extra percussion's Tyler Warren this time. So this set, it opens up with Tear It Up, Now I'm Here. These are recorded all over the world, as the album says. Another one, Bites the Dust, Fat Bottom Girls, great version of Don't Stop Me Now. I Want to Break Free, Somebody to Love, Love Kills, and Adam pulls it off. A Born to Love You, fantastic. Under Pressure, and then probably as good a version of Who Wants to Live Forever if you'll ever hear. Adam kills it. Fantastic song. The Show Must Go On, Love of My Life. This is the bit where Brian comes out and plays guitar and they put Freddie up on the screen. If you haven't seen it, it's quite a fitting tribute. It's very, very good and done it very, very respectfully. Bohemian Rhapsody always sounds good. Radio Gaga also. Then we get a bit of the deal from the, as it's called under the AOs, from Wembley. Hammer to Fall, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions. I had to mention them because they are very good albums, and as long as the music's still good, why not? Because you can't, I mean, the music of Queen will live on forever, and it's bringing the music of Freddie to the masses again. I've got no problem with it. I know a lot of fans think they shouldn't, but you got to remember they still love making music, and these guys are not going to be here forever themselves. So fair play to them, and fair play to Adam. He finds it an honour to play with these guys, and fantastic stuff. So that's it for live albums this week. Got one more show, the One Off Wonders. It's part 4 of Paul Rodgers, and guess who it's with? Yes, it's Roger Taylor and Brian May. So we're going to have another little bit of look at some Queenie style stuff. I will see you for that later. Take care for now.